Hi there, Rita. It's your mom here. I'm messaging you because I have something really important that I need to talk to you about.
Oh, Mom, hi. It's been a while since we last spoke. How are you doing? Has something changed recently you wanted to talk about? I was actually thinking about coming home for a visit next week, if that's alright with you. Maybe we can talk about what you want to say then.
Well, I knew that you were wanting to come here, and I was thinking of waiting until then to talk, but I don't think this can wait any longer. I thought it would be better to say this sooner rather than later. It will just make things a lot easier on everyone if I did.
Huh? Okay, now I feel more confused. What are you talking about, Mom? Has something happened? Are you okay?
Okay, now I'm not sure if you know about this, but your sister Annie is getting married. I was wondering if she got in contact with you before I messaged you.
Wait, what? Annie's actually getting married? No, I didn't know any of this was happening. She's not been in contact with me for a while now.
Huh? She hasn't called you or messaged you at all? That's so odd. You're her sister. I thought you'd be the first to know. Annie did tell me that she'd be inviting the family, including the little relatives we have, and you, Rita. I swear that's what she said.
Huh? Is that so? But I don't get why she would want to invite me when her and I haven't spoken to each other in the last 3 years. It doesn't make a lot of sense. She wanted to keep me more at arm's length from her. And it was her that wanted to isolate herself from me. That's probably why she didn't contact me about this, Mom.
From the sounds of it, it seems like her partner has a lot more relatives than her. I also don't think many of her friends are going, and we're such a small family, too, so...
Well, she hasn't got the nicest of personalities, Mom, so I'm not surprised there won't be as many people for her side.
I understand, but it's her day, and it's about your sister, so please don't say anything bad to her, Rita. We can't make the situation worse. She also just works from home, so I really don't think she has that many coworkers or friends. She's trying to match the wedding venue to her partner's wishes. It seems like it turned out to be a pretty big venue so that his side can see him get married to Annie. She said that if we don't gather together our relatives, things will look disgraceful.
To be honest, I'm not surprised she's trying to round us up like a farm animal. She wants to make herself look like a lot of people like her and that she has a big circle of people. Not even remotely true. She just pushes people away. So typical of Annie to do this, Mom.
I guess we'll see if she's trying to change her tune about her family and her life. Maybe she might get in touch with you soon, Rita. Just be kind to her, okay?
Mom, it's not that great to tell me that, okay? You're not trying to spoil her, are you? After the way she shunned me out of her life?
I'm not spoiling her, Rita, but she's also my daughter, and I just want things to go right for her as well as you. But you know, with being close to the end of my life, I just want things to be fixed. I just want my daughters to get along again and be sisters. I want my daughters to at least be able to stand in the same room as one another.
Huh? What's brought this on, Mom? Why are you talking like this is the end of your life? What are you talking about? Mom, what's going on here?
Hey, did you get my invitation to my wedding, Rita? Of course, I know you're going to come because you're my older sister.
Wow, Annie, even though it's been a while since we last talked to each other, you're still being as rude as ever. Why do you always think you're better than anyone else? You're talking to me and assume that I'm going to turn around and say yes to going to your wedding. What makes you think that I would?
Isn't it obvious, Rita? Because when big events like this happen in a family, everyone gets together and actually celebrates. You're still my sister, no matter how long it's been since we talked. You've surely decided to come, right?
I really don't understand you, Annie. You never even directly notified me of your marriage. I had to hear it from someone else rather than hearing it from you. Honestly, I'm surprised that people with your attitude just assume that going to a wedding is a given.
What the heck, Rita? So you're planning to not come at all? You know, if you don't come to my wedding, I'm just going to collect a nuisance fee from you since you're wasting my time.
A nuisance fee? What on earth are you on about? You're so insane that it just blows my mind sometimes. You can't even do that to someone.
You do know that it's impossible for you not to come to my wedding, Rita. You're my sister, so you've got to be there. You're definitely coming, okay?
To be honest with you, Annie, after what happened the last time I saw you, I don't ever want to see you again. You're so horrible to me for no good reason. It's true that I don't want to see your face ever again, but this time I'm going, it's only because of Mom, not you. So you don't need to worry about suing me or anything like that. I'm planning on going to your wedding for now.
You're coming because of our mother? What kind of stupid reason is that, Rita? You should come so that you can see your adorable little sister walk down the aisle.
My adorable little sister. You've got to be kidding me, Annie. Did you forget that you canceled your own father's funeral? Moreover, you stole some of the gifts and then you just disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm honestly surprised that our mom even forgave you for all of that. I guess she just wants her daughter close to her. I've not forgotten what you did, though, Annie. I won't let the same thing happen again.
Wow, you hold grudges, don't you? I've already forgotten about all of that. It happened so long ago, Rita. Get over it. I'm so excited about getting married, so there's no need for you to bring me down. Jeez, this feels like the climax of my life or something.
Wow, you're still so selfish. When are you going to learn to grow up and think about how other people feel about what you say to them? You're not even home at all lately, have you? Have you even met up with Mom at all?
We haven't met up, no, but we've been keeping in touch a little bit. I don't know any of our relatives' contact information, so I needed to talk to her.
Would you quit using our mom for your own purposes, Annie? Do you ever even listen carefully to what our mother says? I really want you to go and see her before anything happens, okay? I'm pretty sure she's at the hospital right now.
Ew, she's in the hospital? Ugh, no way am I going to a germ-filled place like that to meet up with her. I can wait to see her when she's not there.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about, Annie? Why won't you go and see her? She's your mother. She's done so much for you.
I told her that I was getting married and I'm busy with all of those plans. Why do I have to go to a place like that to go and see her? She should be letting me be happy before and after my celebration, and so should you. Stop depressing me so much.
Wait, so you're not even remotely worried about our mother, are you? Have you even asked her about her health recently?
She's been going to the hospital pretty regularly. She's been going there for quite some time now. Come on, they know what they're doing. There's nothing I can do if I go there and see her. I'm no doctor or anything like that. I'm too busy planning my wedding here.
Wow, you've just gotten worse as you've gotten older. You really are so selfish and think of no one but yourself. How did you end up like this? Stop messing around and just come with me to the hospital so we can see our mother together, okay?
What the heck are you talking about, Rita? Weren't you listening to me before? There's no way I'm going there. I especially don't want to go there with you. I don't really want to be in the same space as you right now. You're just going to say all of these annoying things to me, right?
That's not what I'm going to do, Annie. Doesn't Mom tell you to listen to her when she's got something important to tell you?
I've got no idea what you're talking about right now. I am way too busy to be solving all these riddles you're throwing at me. If you've got something to do, just message me about it. There's no need for me to be involved right now. Also, remember to wrap my gift up well, okay? You're a relative of mine after all, so you need to get me something good and it needs to be expensive. I forgive you if you don't do that for me.
Stop talking, making everything all about you, Annie. This is getting ridiculous. You need to listen to me right now. Do you have any idea how our mother is feeling right now? Do you even care about her well-being, Annie? Are you even going to listen to me? Annie, come on, stop ignoring me this instant. You need to answer your phone immediately. You really need to get to the hospital right now.
Huh? Rita, what do you want now? Why do I need to come to the hospital for? I am in the middle of getting my hair done right now, so I can't.
Mom is taking a turn for the worse. I don't know what's going on with her, so this is more important. I don't care about your hair. You need to get here right now and fast.
Hey, look, my hair and me looking good for my wedding day is more of a priority right now. I just can't drop everything and get over there. I'm getting my nails done after this, so could we do this the day after tomorrow? I'm really busy getting ready for my wedding, so please understand that.
I can't believe you right now. This is unbelievable what you're saying to me, Annie. You're saying it's too hard to get here? How can you not understand what's happening? Annie, if you don't get to the hospital right now, you're going to regret your decision not coming for the rest of your life.
Well, I'm all right with that. I'm not interested in seeing Mom right now. I'm too busy with these wedding plans, all right? I'll see you at the wedding.
Wow, you really are just a horrible person, Annie. You literally just a piece of trash who needs to be thrown in the garbage. You really are. I've had enough of convincing you to get here. It really is on you for ignoring what I say. But then all you think about is yourself, right? I'm just gonna give up on this now, but feel free to regret your decision later as much as you like. I bet you will eventually.
This is just ridiculous. Why are you messing with me like this? I don't have the time or that much effort to text you to try and figure out where you are. Why are you not even here yet? This is disgusting behavior that I shouldn't have to put up with from my older sister. Also, none of our relatives arrived yet either. Neither has our mother. What on earth is going on? As my sister, you should be here way earlier, no?
Annie? Are you kidding me with this crap right now? What on earth are you doing right now? Don't you have any idea what's happening?
You didn't just suddenly cancel on me because you got irritated over the conversation we had the other day, are you? That's a bit immature. You know that today's my wedding day and you're all supposed to be here, especially you and Mom.
There's no way that I can go to the wedding today, all right? Not on a day like this. I can't just show up to your wedding with what's happening today.
How could you just go and bail on my own wedding without even giving me an explanation? I don't care. You need to get to the venue right away. Are you crazy or something? How can you not be here already? You're driving me up the wall. I need everyone here, and that's an order.
You're the one who's breaking out into a fit of rage, Annie. You're the one who's been acting crazy in the first place. You're so full of yourself, Annie. Because of your crappy behavior and being so selfish, I just physically can't be there for you on your wedding day. You didn't contact me for 3 years. Do you really think it makes sense to send someone an invitation to their wedding even though you haven't been face to face for such a long time?
But what you're doing is worse. There should be no such thing as a last-minute cancellation. You can't do that when I invited you. What about our relatives, huh? Where are they? I invited them as well and they chose not to come. What the heck? You did something, didn't you? Were you all planning to bail on my wedding behind my back or something? Even though you're the older sister, it's horrible that you would persuade people not to come to my wedding. You need to gather up all our relatives and get to the venue this instant. I've got no time for this crap, Rita.
I'm not going to do that, Annie, because there's a funeral happening right now, and I'm not going to leave it for you. This is far too important.
Hold on a minute. What did you just say to me? You're actually at a funeral right now?
Yes, and so are the rest of our relatives. They're also with me at the funeral right now. All of them wanted to be here so that we could give Mom a good send-off.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that, please? I must be reading this all wrong or something. Can you give me a better explanation so I can understand what's going on?
I think it's a bit too late to explain it to you now, what is going on, but I guess you didn't take the time to listen to me and understand the situation. By the time your skin turns into the shade of a ghost, you won't be able to make it to the funeral in time. Mom's not coming back, Annie.
Okay, I get the joke now, so please stop messing me around. What on earth were you talking about before? You're at a funeral right now? It doesn't make any sense to me. What do you mean that Mom's not coming back? Did she go somewhere and didn't tell me? What on earth are you talking about?
Annie, I don't know if there's any other way I can break this to you. Mom passed away 3 days ago.
What are you talking about? She passed away. No, that can't be right. She's been fine. I only spoke to her not so long ago.
I don't know how many times I tried to get in contact with you, Annie. You weren't picking up your phone for my calls or even my messages. I couldn't believe it. When I tried calling you, Mom was in critical condition at the hospital. Both me and Auntie tried calling you to see if you'd pick up. I tried many times to call you. You never picked up. You ignored me when all I wanted to tell you was to get to the hospital, Annie, and you didn't come. Mom's no longer with us anymore, Annie.
Now, wait just a minute there, Rita. Are you being dead serious right now? This can't be happening. Mom actually passed away? This can't be true. Why didn't you try to tell me what was going on with her? How could you do this to me? Why didn't you try harder?
Hey, you were the one who ignored my calls and didn't pick up anyone else's calls either. It's not my fault that you didn't get told when you were ignoring everybody. We were all trying really hard to get in contact with you. All of our relatives tried to call your number as well, but it kept going straight to voicemail.
Uh, I just saw all the missed calls and messages that people had left for me. I got so many calls from all of these random numbers, so I didn't know who they were. I just ignored them.
Our mom was in critical condition, Annie. Was it really that difficult to pick up the phone to one of those numbers? It was obviously urgent. I just can't understand how none of this should be getting through to you when we tried to talk to you so many times. It blows my mind, to be honest.
Okay, so it's really true that Mom is dead? She's actually not coming back? I guess she won't be able to come to my wedding then.
Are you actually insane, Annie? Of course she's not coming back. Why would she be able to come to your wedding? Is that all you care about? Not the fact that she's actually gone. How do you live with yourself? We're in the middle of a funeral right now, so no, Mom won't be coming to your wedding.
I guess that's true. But what about you and the other relatives? Are you really planning on not coming to the wedding even though you're my sister and should be here? Just because Mom is gone, you refuse to come to my wedding ceremony? Is that what you're trying to tell me? How could you do this to me?
I'm honestly shocked right now. I just said that I'm at a funeral, so why on earth would I want to go to a wedding in the middle of it? Just think about what you're actually saying, and then maybe you'll understand why I've chosen to stay here and say goodbye to my mom rather than see you get married. In fact, it's actually common sense in my mind. You really shouldn't even have to think too hard about this. But seriously, you're unbelievable.
You don't have to say it like that, okay? How could you treat me so rudely on my wedding day? But I guess for now, I'll postpone the wedding a little. So once the funeral is finished, will you come to the wedding venue and watch me get married? I really want to have my wedding too, you know. Everyone is already gathered together anyways, so why don't you all come over to the wedding afterwards, okay?
Wait a second, are you being serious right now, Annie? Are you on a different planet right now? Our mother just died and we're laying her to rest today. Are you saying that this is less important than guests being able to get to your wedding today? Are you for real? This is a sick way of thinking, Annie. I can't believe you're doing this to your own family and to your dead mother's memory. She'd be so disappointed in you right now.
Why are you talking to me like this? I can't help but have my wedding today. I never thought that our mother would just go and disappear on us. Look, I'm sure that we both can't believe that something like this has happened today of all days, but now is not the time to be sad when we should be celebrating my wedding. The seats on the groom's side of the wedding venue are starting to rapidly fill up. How is my side still empty right now? This is bogus, Rita. If things continue like this, we can't even start the wedding ceremony, and I'm not going to let that happen to me today. If you're going to be late, I'll just make the other guests wait a while, okay? You don't mind if I tell them that, right?
You're impossible, Annie. I can't believe you're actually acting like this right now. Especially towards your own family. It's like none of us matter.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What are you even talking about? How am I being impossible when I'm trying to give you clear instructions?
That soul of yours is completely impossible to understand. It's like you have no remorse for anything that happens. It's too incomprehensible. I'm just going to say it. This is not the time to be talking or even thinking about weddings right now. I told you I'm at our mother's funeral, for goodness sake.
Huh? So you really don't think anyone would want to come to my wedding today because of this funeral? Are you being serious right now?
Of course I am, you idiot! How dare you be like this when our mother just died, you horrible human being! No one is thinking of your wedding today. No one. Nobody at this funeral today is going to come to your stupid wedding because somebody just died, Annie. Do you not understand that? Have you even told your soon-to-be husband what's going on here? Have you even told him that your mom just died? Have you told him what you've been like?
Excuse me? Why on earth are you talking to me like this on what's supposed to be my special day? Also, what do you mean by what I've been like?
I'm talking about you being estranged from me and your relatives for the past 3 years, you moron. Did you even tell him what you did at our father's funeral? Our relatives didn't forgive you for what you did then. It would be a disgrace to steal condolence gifts from people and then never pay them back for it. That's what you did, Annie. No matter which way I think about all this, there's no way I can ever forgive you for what you've done to me and the rest of the family.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize you were still so angry about what happened. Look, I hardly had any money at the time. There was nothing I could do. I really needed the money to stay afloat. I didn't think everyone would be so angry. I thought they would understand where I was coming from.
You've got some nerve saying that to me, Annie. I don't understand you. I'm glad that after this stunt you've pulled that I can cut you out of the rest of my life. If you're never going to change for what you've done or improve yourself, so why should I have you in my life?
But you can't do this to me, sister. We're related. We can't just abandon each other like this. What about my wedding? Why don't you just come by and talk to me about this?
How many times have I told you, Annie, there's no way I'm stepping foot in that wedding venue? I couldn't stand to see that smug look on your face when I arrived. To be honest, since you told me to come to your wedding, I never really intended to actually go since you were actually acting so horribly towards me. I thought that it was really stupid of you to send me an invitation to your wedding when you hadn't had the guts to talk to me in the last 3 years. It was Mom's request for me to go to your wedding this time to see if there was some way we could bond and build a relationship again, but I think not. The other relatives would also be persuaded to go and see you if you had changed your tune about all of us. Mom did so before she died.
Wait, what? Did she actually try and persuade the rest of the family to come to my wedding? Why would she do that when they should have been coming in the first place?
Because she's our mom and she didn't want you to be alone on your big day, but I really didn't care if you were or not. And all she wanted was to have us be sisters again. I really don't think that was going to happen, to be honest. You're the one who didn't know what she was doing. Mom told me that she had very little time left on this earth, but I didn't understand, but she had one final request. She wanted us to be close again.
Huh? Why would she want that request for? We're sisters because we come from the same mother and father. It's pretty self-explanatory. I also had no idea that she had so little time left. How did she even know that? I wish you told me that. I had no idea. You're only telling me now.
No, she wanted us to have a loving relationship. I should have been able to go to you for anything, but you made that impossible. You didn't want much to do with me. And for what? Not much of a reason at all. You make no sense to me anymore, Annie. It's all too late now. Mom and I have said this so many times to you, and you never listen. You never took the time to listen to other people, and this is the result we get from this. All you are is a funeral thief, Annie. You had no idea that Mom died and that her funeral was today because you ignored us and didn't call me. I'm embarrassed to be your older sister, so I'm cutting ties with you completely from now on. Don't you ever think about us as family again. I have no sister anymore. From now on, I'm an only child.
Wait a minute, Rita, you can't just do this to your baby's sister, not on her wedding day. Don't you think what you're saying is going a bit too far? Please, don't cut me off. We need each other more than ever since Mom is gone. Just let me make this up to you. I really need you, Rita. Don't leave me.
No, I've done more than enough for you and I get nothing in return. None of the relatives are going to go to your wedding today. Have fun getting married all by yourself, Annie. I hope that you don't suddenly show up here and beg Mom for mercy, even though she's gone. She's not going to listen to you anymore. You're no longer part of my family, Annie. You can try and make your own, but I have a feeling that you're going to ruin your chances of that as well since you're so Don't even think about contacting me ever again, you selfish, horrible woman. Leave me alone. I want to have a peaceful life without you in it. In the end, it seems that Rita completely ignored all the communication that Annie was trying to give her. Considering what Annie has done so far, it's no surprise that she's being ignored. Annie also tried to ask the relatives for help as well, but they also ignored her. Seems like she's lost with what she can do now. She lost everything, her sister, her relatives, and her husband. She also didn't have a place to live anymore, and she's currently working as a live-in part-time worker for extremely low wages. It's mostly hard work and she's saving very little money. The stress of her job has made her age quite a bit. At this point, she's finally realized how great of a person her mother was. She's only just realized the value of family, but she's realized this too late. Rita cleaned up her parents' house and sold it. She never fails to visit her mother's grave. She's always been very different from her sister Annie. She's practically selfless.
Yo, old lady Kelsey. When the hell are you going to leave my brother? You're old as a rock now and still haven't given him any kids. Do you understand that you're the one holding my brother back from being a real man? I don't like to see him hanging on to such spoiled trash, so please either give him some kids, which might be impossible for you, or get lost. Heidi, again with all of this, I told you this before. The two of us are not going to get a divorce. And when it comes to having kids, the way you talk about it is rude. I'm very sure that if things like having kids or not were a big deal to him, he would have made that a lot clearer to me before we'd gotten married. I feel so bad for my brother, though. He had to marry someone as defective as you. If he'd just gone with someone half his age, he would be better off and happy. But all he has now is a grandma that doesn't do anything besides work all day. Hey, do you not realize how rude you're being to me? I know you've been against me for a while, but we're both adults here and should keep to ourselves if we don't want anything to do with the other rather than start something. And by the way, when it comes to having kids, the one who you should be having a problem with isn't me, but rather your older brother. We've told everyone in the family now that we are still going through infertility treatments, right? Is that how you're going to pass off your problems? There's no way that my brother has problems making kids. It's always been the woman that has the issues, right? And I'm sure that this is all due to you being old and worn out now. That is not the problem here, though. I get that you don't want to accept reality because you're so in love with your brother, but being this rude and aggressive towards me needs to end. Huh? And don't say that kind of nasty stuff. What does me loving my brother have to do with you being a defect? I'm not having problems accepting reality either. You're not? Because right now it seems like you've made a world of your own to escape the truth of this world. I feel that you're getting the wrong idea here, so I'll tell you straight. Even though you're married to my brother, you'll always be an outsider. I never thought of you as my family, and I never will. So stop trying to act like you're so close to me when you aren't. All right, I get that. But I am still married to your brother, and he and I are family and plan to grow it. So I'd rather you not talk bad about us and be nice. Huh? Shut up. You're gross. Are you saying all of this because you're that old? I'm sorry, but you're never going to have a family with my brother. You call me old and all that, but I'm still in my early 30s. I don't think this is the correct age for you to be calling me a grandma or anything close to that. Well, I'm in my early 20s. And to me, a woman that's only just gotten married in her 30s is garbage, right? How the hell did you even get my brother to start liking you? When he saw that I was working very hard in my career, he fell in love with me and told me just that. Of course, I did spend a lot of my younger years working, but now that I have him in my life, I'm a very happy woman. And of course you are. Who wouldn't be happy being married to my brother? But the fact that you got to marry him without ever getting my permission first? The only reason you're upset is because you've somehow chosen to hate me. Even your parents like me more than you do. But you are the only one in the family that seems to have something out for me. I remember when your brother had first brought me over saying I was his girlfriend. You were so cold to me and never spoke a word to me. So you're going to blame me for hating you because you don't understand your own problems? If you were an actual decent woman, I'd be all right with you. Well, it doesn't matter what you go on about anyway, as I don't have the attention span to listen to an old hag. Is that so? All right then. I've always been aware of you hating me, but recently you've really gone and made it clear to me. Is this all because I'm married to your brother now? Huh? And that has nothing to do with this. I guess I just feel that after I get married, you're only going to get worse around me, acting like you know everything. So that's why right now I'm trying to prevent you from being a pain in my butt. I knew it. I am not trying to do anything bad over here. I just wanted to be married to your brother and start a wonderful family with him. So you really don't have to worry about me heckling you all the time because I have my family to focus on. You talking like you're my older sister is really freaking annoying. The only person that I see as my sibling is my brother. I'll never accept you as my sister-in-law, okay? I know that already. If you keep saying that over and over to me, you're really going to piss me off, so please stop. Well, that's what I want to happen, actually. Awesome, I'm finally starting to dig deeper into you. Well, if you're getting annoyed with me, don't you think it's a good time to leave my brother? You hate having a little sister like me, right? I'm not getting a divorce over something like that. I guess no matter what I tell you, it's useless. Well, go ahead and do as you please.
Good work today, Kelsey. As for the next meeting that's been planned for everyone within the company, we are going to move forward with what's on the schedule. If you have anything to say about it, please let me know.
All right, thank you. I think continuing things the way they are is okay. And this time, your cousin will be there as well, right? So please don't feel as though you need to ask me before going ahead with the plans.
Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope that this will really improve everyone within the company.
Right now, I'm having a look at everyone coming to the meeting. This Fred Sanders is your cousin, correct? I need to make sure to go greet him myself.
And that would make myself and Fred very happy. Fred respects you very much, and that's why he would really like to work a long time within your company.
No, that's great to hear and all, but he has to bring the right tools to the table and show me that he's willing to work.
Of course! But you said it yourself that you're wanting to take some time and be back home with your family, correct? Back when you drank a bit at that party.
Well, that's the truth, actually. But for the time being, it'll be a distant hope of mine. Just know that I'm not going to be stepping down from my position.
That's great to hear. I know it's a troubling task to have to balance both work and home. And I'm still wondering if you've become more distant from your sister-in-law. I heard that things between you two have been rough.
Well, about that. She's planning to get married soon, but if I were to come to her wedding, she'd definitely cut ties with me. Well, her parents and my husband don't really mind that happening, though, and actually I think it'd be a good thing for us.
Huh? She's getting married now? I never thought someone with her personality would ever be able to land a man willing to tie the knot with her.
Actually, I was thinking the same thing. Crazy that there's someone in this world that actually likes her back. When she introduced him to the family, she spoke to me with such a terrible tone. But somehow that didn't seem to faze him at all.
That's wild. But the fact that he's willing to marry her is a great thing, and I'm thankful for that. She'll finally have something to keep her busy, like making a family with him. And that'll be the perfect time for you both to cut ties.
Right? And now that we're talking about it, there's something funny I've noticed. Regarding the people on this list, there's someone here that has the same name as her fiancé.
What? Are you sure? There's no way that could be a coincidence, right? Who is it?
A man by the name of Josh Flesher? I'm sure that it's just someone who happens to have the same name.
No, I think there's a real chance he is her fiancé. What will you do? If he is the real man.
Well, if that's actually the case, then I'll have a good laugh at first.
Well, it would be pretty funny if he's actually going to be marrying her. I want to believe it. Their relationship being in close proximity to you would really be a game changer.
Sure would be. Well, I'll let you know if that's really him and what happens after. Make sure to hope for it, though.
Will do. I'll be going now.
Have a good day, and thank you. What? Have you really come to my wedding? What the hell do you think you're doing? I never even asked for you to be at this wedding. You can say that, but I'm still your family. And I'm not here today, though, to shove that in your face. In terms of why I'm actually here, it's only to see the wedding, and that's it. Do you not understand English or something? Why would I ever invite you to my wedding when you're just some old hag? For what reason did you really come today, Grandma? There's no seat for you here, so get out, please.
Hey, Heidi. I think I've had enough of you. You and I are done.
Huh? What are you talking about? Have you finally gone off the deep end, you rotten apple?
This is your husband, Josh. And I have come to see my CEO and speak with her. And while I was talking with her, you happened to send her some very inappropriate messages. And my CEO, Kelsey, was kind enough to show them all to me.
Huh? Wait, what are you saying? Is this really you, Josh? Why would you be using my sister-in-law's cell phone right now?
After seeing what you've been saying to her, I asked to borrow her phone so that I could speak with you. And from what I've seen come out of your deranged head, I want you to come and apologize to her right now.
And I have no idea what's going on right now. Can you tell me what's actually going on right now? Heidi, this is me again. I just got my phone back from Josh. I'll be explaining everything to you now. What the hell are you talking about? Why are you and Josh acting like you know one another so well? Well, the company that Josh was accepted into happens to be the company that I run. Huh? You're kidding me, right? Wait, you've been a CEO? For real? And it makes sense that you're only learning about that now. Back when I'd gone to your parents' house to introduce myself and tell you all my career, you spilled hot tea all over my lap and then ran off. And you were never then able to hear about who I am and what I do. Well, I'm sure that something like that happened a while back. Wait, you haven't actually been showing Josh everything I've sent to you, right? Oh, I have been. Right now he's standing next to me, looking like a ghost after all he's read. I've heard from him that you talked all sorts of trash about me before to him and that you planned on cutting ties to me after the wedding, right? I did. Well, don't worry, because that's what I'm planning to do as well. So hey, let's cut all ties right now. I feel that at the point we're at now, that's really the only option. Well, that's fine by me. But that also means you'll be divorcing my brother right now, right? Nope. I've been having a wonderful time being your brother's wife. We would never think of splitting up just to please his bratty little sister. Really, we're just going to be cutting ties with you. Huh? I'm not okay with that now, actually. I meant that you leave my whole family when I said I'd cut ties with you. But in your case, you'll be out of your family's house once you're married. The only one getting kicked out of the family will be you, right? Why would I? Shut up, you old outsider. You really can't stop talking. Well, don't worry, because I've thought about that as well. If you're going to keep trying to stay around my family, then I'm going to cut ties with your husband as well and fire him from the company. Huh? Wait, why? That has nothing to do with us, right? Oh, it has a whole lot to do with us. Your husband is going to be working for me. You wouldn't want that, right? That and this are two completely separate topics, though. Josh is so happy to have a job there right now. He is going to have a really good salary there, and I'll be able to become his housewife soon as well. Our marriage will be perfect as long as he has that job. That sounds too good to be true, don't you think? I'd really want to cut ties with me, but you also want your husband to work for me? But if he continues to work there for you, you'll one day give him your role and he'll get the company, right? So I think we can stay a family for a little while longer. What? Who do you think you are? You've told me so many times that you hate me. And after the amount of times I've had to deal with you, why would I ever make your husband the next CEO, allowing you to have a wonderful life? I get it. I don't want things to get out of hand. You're more than welcome to be at the wedding today, but just make sure to make Josh the next CEO. Hold on, what are you talking about, Heidi? You're asking for him to be the next CEO when I'm considering having him fired right now? You know that after this, you and I will never see one another again. So you should be happy that I'm covering all my bases. But that's taking things way too far. What did Josh ever do to deserve this? He married someone like you, is what he did. He doesn't seem to be smart enough to choose a good wife for himself. Do you think you can live a happy life married to him after this? There's no way you can do that. There's always the possibility that if you were to divorce Josh and come to me right now asking for forgiveness on your hands and knees, I let him keep his job. But just a second ago, you made it seem pretty clear that you would be fine without me around. Well, it doesn't matter now because I've already made up my mind to cut ties with you. So I don't care what happens to you both. You're kidding me, right? I was so happy to finally have the chance to be a housewife. Oh, my life is going to be ruined. Well, that's all thanks to your horrific attitude. Right now, Josh is pretty furious with you. I think by the way he's talking about you, your marriage to him won't last much longer. Your time is fleeting away very quickly, so you'd better get to work on changing your personality and making things right with him. After that, Josh was like a ticking time bomb ready to blow at any moment, and he called for Heidi to come and see him. And just as she walked up to him, he punched her square in the face, and things had become a whole lot more severe. This wasn't any small punch either, and it ended up giving her an instant black eye. And she was on the ground cold for a minute at least. And before Josh could do anything else, there were men that rushed to restrain him and keep him from doing any more harm to himself or her. The police were called to the wedding, where they ended up taking the both of them into custody as they needed to question the both of them on what had been going on inside their heads. And following this, their marriage went down the drain in no time. Of course, everyone in the family was also fed up with Heidi, and as she sat there playing the victim and asking for help, they all left and cut ties with her. But I'm sure that she'll be getting the help she needs in no time while she's in court having to fight Josh over what had happened to her and what had caused him to do such a thing. You can really only call this justice served after the way her ego got the best of her and made her say and do terrible things to Kelsey. And I'm sure that wherever Kelsey is now and whatever she's doing at this point, she'll be laughing for days to come about how Heidi ended up laying flat on the ground after all she'd done. Let's just all hope that she'll never have to see Heidi again, and that wherever Heidi's poor choices lead her, they don't lead her right back to Kelsey.
Hey, Megan, how are you doing? It's been a long time since we last spoke. I was just wondering if you were well.
Carl? Yeah, it really has been a long time. I'm fine. I'm doing much better without you. So, what do you want? You've got a lot of nerve talking to me after everything you did. It's already been months since you left, and you suddenly want to have a chat? Just to let you know, I'm not interested in catching up or making up with you.
I just want to know how you've been recently, that's all. You don't have to be so defensive. You must be feeling lonely living all by yourself in that house without me, right? You can't have completely forgotten about me already.
Lonely? That's a great joke. I stopped feeling lonely 3 seconds after you walked out the door. Honestly, I felt more angry and sad. But it's already been months. I'm not sad about you anymore. I'm disappointed and still angry enough to not want to have anything to do with you, but otherwise, I'm doing really well. I'm grateful to our lawyers that our divorce went so smoothly and that it was all over so quickly. Thanks to that, I didn't have to meet you in court as often as I expected.
Alright, I'm kinda shocked. I thought that you would still feel something for me. I mean, it's only been 6 months, you know? You can't have gotten over me that quickly, can you? I kinda feel like we've really grown apart. I feel like there's a massive distance between us now. We used to be husband and wife, and we were in love. And we lived together, ate dinner together. But look at us now. We're so far apart.
Huh? What's your point, Carl? I told you that I'm not interested in talking to you. That includes getting nostalgic about how things used to be. And what do you expect? I don't know where you're living right now, but of course we're far apart, physically and emotionally. We're divorced, and we're never going to see each other ever again. We're complete strangers now. You're no different to any stranger I pass on the street. The difference between you and a stranger is that I would rather have a conversation with any random person rather than speak with you.
Megan, don't be so cold. You don't have to be so harsh towards me. I used to be your husband.
The key words are used to be. That was until you won the lottery and suddenly started acting like you were better than me. Yeah, it was a lot of money, but I don't understand how you could have changed so much in just a matter of hours. You threw me away on the day you won that lottery, and you're telling me that I'm being cold? I don't have anything to say, and I have no intention of being kind to an idiot like you.
Trust me, I feel really bad for what I did. I know I've been an idiot. That's why I messaged you today. I did something terrible, but I wish you could just talk to me. I'm really sorry. I hurt your feelings. I thought about what I did since then, and I've reflected on my actions. I regret ever doing something so stupid and impulsive. I should have been more rational when we were talking about the winnings, and shouldn't have reacted like that. No, I should have listened to what you said more carefully. You were being so reasonable about what to do with the money, and I wrecked our marriage because I was so selfish. I regret all of that and more.
The fact that you're saying that now means you're in the situation I predicted you'd end up in all those months ago, right? I hate to rub it in, but I told you so. I can't believe it took you so long to realize how wrong you were. I could see it coming from a mile away, but I guess you just had to experience it firsthand.
I know, I was stupid and I'm sorry. I finally realized that you warned me that this would happen for my sake. I was too blinded by the money to understand that you were only thinking of me. I wish I could go back in time and change everything, but I can't. I was so stupid and I regret it all.
Yeah, you were so stupid. And horrible, too. I get that winning $3 million was a big deal. It's a lot of money, and it's not every day that such a large amount of money comes into hand. I think anyone would panic and get big ideas about how they want to spend their newfound fortune. I was pretty shocked, too. And I won't lie, I thought about all the amazing things we could buy, too. But the way you reacted was abnormal. Once you knew you had the winning ticket, nothing else mattered to you. You only cared about yourself and the money.
I wasn't thinking straight. It was like I was in a dream state. I couldn't help myself.
All I suggested was that we should be sensible with how we spend the money and save as much of it as possible for our future together. And keep some money aside in case we had children. I wasn't planning on taking anything from you, and I made no mention of spending it all by myself. But you started raving, shouting at me that it was your money and that I wasn't allowed to touch a single cent, that it was for you to use the way you wanted to spend it. I never intended to take anything from you, but that's what you assumed. And suddenly, poof, like magic, you were gone, along with the money. You didn't even answer my messages until you sent me the divorce papers. And even then, you only replied that you would give me alimony if I signed the papers. We had been together for 3 years, but all that went down the drain when you got that money and turned into a completely different man. For weeks, I wondered what those 3 years were, if they meant nothing to you. After I stopped being sad, I realized that I had already wasted 3 years, and that I shouldn't waste any more time trying to make sense of what you did.
I know. I was completely at fault. But it was $3 million. Neither of us had even had 1/10 of that amount in our banks at one time. You can imagine why I went so crazy, can't you?
Yeah, it's a lot of money, but that doesn't excuse your behavior. You ranted at me that my parents might come and beg you for money because they're so poor and that you couldn't trust anyone anymore. You were insulting me and my family with every word you said. Because you had all this money, you had this ridiculous idea that you were better than all of us. I never knew you could be so hurtful and obnoxious, and I was shocked that you could change so easily because of some money.
I don't know what got into me. I don't really know why I said any of that. I didn't mean it, you know that, don't you? I regret everything I did and said after that. I wish I could take it all back.
Really? It sounded like you meant it at the time. Don't try and run away from what you did. It's way too late for you to start begging me for forgiveness. I couldn't care any less about how guilty you feel. Your feeling bad isn't going to change anything. Anyway, what do you want? Let's get this over with.
What are you talking about?
There's a reason why you messaged me today, isn't there? I know you didn't just message me so that you could apologize.
No, I really was worried about you. I wanted to show you that it changed and felt bad about what I did. I guess I also wanted to find out what you did with the money I gave you when we divorced. I was just curious about how you spent it, that's all.
Money? That's what you're interested in? You're talking about the lump sum of money you gave me, right? You chose to give me that money instead of sending me regular payments of alimony because you didn't want to risk having to send me alimony payments for the rest of your life, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that money. I gave you $200,000, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. What about it?
What did you do with it?
It's my money, so what does it matter what I did with it? I don't think it's any of your business how I spent it. It's not like you set any conditions for how I spend it when the amount was decided in court.
Yeah, but it was my money to begin with. I think I have a right to know what you've done with it and decide what you do with it regardless of what was decided in court. And if you have any left, I was wondering if you could return it. Since you're so smart when it comes to money, I was hoping you still have a lot left.
No way. You can't seriously be asking for it back. Of course I'm not giving it back. It may have been yours when you had it, but it became mine when you paid it to me as compensation. Do you understand the meaning of the word compensate? You're the one that suddenly asked for a divorce, so I was owed alimony. But you didn't want to pay that, and I didn't want to keep on having to meet you in court, so I settled for that money you gave me. I don't have any obligation to return that money to you. That money was owed to me, and it's mine.
Yeah, it was compensation, but I only gave you a lot of money because I had a lot of my own money at the time. But I'm having trouble right now and I need some money. It would be great if you could give it back. To be honest, it's my money, so I shouldn't even have to ask you.
What do you mean by trouble? I got married after we divorced. Oh, so the rumors I heard were true. Congratulations! I heard that you married someone. So, how did that turn out for you?
She ran away with all of my money. I never should have married her.
What? All of it? Yeah, can you believe it?
It was $3 million, so I thought that I didn't have to worry about anything for the rest of my life. I thought I could live like a celebrity. So I resigned from my job and had a house built for me and my new wife. We filled it with designer furniture and everything. We even had a pool put in. We were living the perfect life together until one day she suddenly asked for a divorce. After the divorce was finalized, I realized that all of my money had been transferred to her bank account, and she was gone. We were divorced. My account was empty. She had disappeared. She even told her lawyers that I'd been cheating on her, even though I'd never done anything like that. I'd already lost $1 million in compensation during the divorce for an affair I never had, and she took the rest of what was in my account without me even realizing it. I don't know where she is, but the last I heard, she was living in a penthouse apartment abroad.
You said you'd never cheated on her, but she managed to win the court case? That must have meant that she had enough evidence to argue for compensation. You can try and act the victim all you like, but in the end, it was your own fault. Your own irresponsible actions brought all this upon you.
Yeah, fine. She got pictures of me with another woman. But how is it fair that she gets $1 million in the divorce? It's my money.
So you did cheat on her after all. You're a pathetic excuse for a husband.
Yeah, all right. Say all you like. Anyway, that's not my point. I've explained why I need the money. Can you give me back the money I gave you? I need it right now. My ex-wife got the house in the divorce too, so I don't have anywhere to live. She's not even using it. She's abroad. But the woman put it out for sale. I was kicked out of my own house so that she could sell it and take more money from me. Megan, you're still living at the same place we lived in when we were married, right? Can we live together again?
Excuse me? Are you asking if you can move in with me?
Let's just forget about everything that happened in the past and live together. I want us to start over. I'll be a better husband this time. Even if we don't have the $3 million, I know that we can be happy together. I still love you. We can work through this together. I swear I'll make you happy this time.
No way. You must be out of your mind. It's disgusting how you think you can slither your way back into my life again. We're over, and we're never getting back together. Ever. The divorce was finalized, and I'm free of you. I don't have anything else to say to you. Plus, I've already moved out of that house and sold it. I'm living somewhere else.
Well, you moved out. Where are you living now? Are you still close by?
I'm not giving you the details of where, but I'll tell you a bit about it. Thanks to the compensation I got from you, I was able to buy some pretty reasonable shares. I had to be patient, but it went really well. I managed to earn a profit from it.
You bought shares? I never knew that you knew how to do that kind of stuff. Why didn't you tell me when I had the $3 million? We could have made an even bigger fortune.
Don't be stupid, Carl. It was beginner's luck. And of course, I didn't put the entire $200,000 you gave me into buying shares. I invested a reasonable amount and got lucky. Once I made a decent profit, I backed out and put all the money I made into a savings account. Right now, I'm working full-time and using the money I've saved up to live a little more luxuriously. I buy organic and I spend money on the things I love and enjoy. But I still have money saved for a rainy day. Thanks to that, I was able to get a penthouse apartment in a really lovely area. It's not filled with designer furniture, so it might not be as fancy as the place you had, but it's home. I realized early on that it was dangerous to impulse buy when you have so much money at your fingertips, so I try and only buy what I need or really want. I'm doing really well at work too, so everything's going perfectly. Smooth sailing. I was being serious when I said I was doing better without you. Honestly, I'm grateful that you won that lottery, and I'm glad you told me you wanted a divorce when you did. If you hadn't, I would have been stuck with you.
You living in a penthouse apartment too? You're kidding. I never imagined that you would end up being so successful. It's only been 6 months since we divorced. But that's my money you're standing on. You and my other exes, you're both living in luxury thanks to me.
It's money we were owed. I don't know what to say about that money she took from your account, except maybe that it was just karma coming around to bite you in the ass. By the way, how much money do you have saved right now?
About $200?
You can't be serious. You're turning 36 this year, aren't you? You don't have a place to live, you're unemployed, and you only have $200 saved? I would sympathize, but I know that it's all your own fault. What are you planning to do from now on?
I was just kicked out of my own house last week. I haven't been able to find a job yet. I thought that I could sell the house, but my other ex got it in the divorce, so I don't have anything worth selling. I already failed one job interview, and I didn't know what else to do, so I decided to message you, hoping that you could help me.
What about your parents? Why don't you ask them to let you stay with them while you find a place of your own? And a job.
Some idiots in my parents' neighborhood found out that I won $3 million and started harassing my parents. Most of it was really childish, you know, throwing toilet paper around, but they were getting death threats in the mail and stuff too. Some magazines were asking for interviews non-stop. My parents ended up moving away and they cut ties with me. I need your help, Megan. I don't have anyone else.
You're the idiot, Carl. That's the main reason why I warned you about bragging about your win to everyone. Just because you won $3 million doesn't make you better than everyone else. I told you that you shouldn't get carried away, didn't I? But you didn't listen, and you lost a lot of friends and made a lot of enemies in the process.
I know, I regret a lot of what I did. I regret not listening to you the most, because none of this would have happened if I just did as you said. That's why I want to get back together again. I need you to keep me in check.
Sorry, Carl, but I'm not interested in being your babysitter. We're never getting back together. There's not even a 1% chance of it happening.
Why not? I'm not asking you to be my babysitter. I want us to be husband and wife again. We didn't get divorced because we stopped loving each other. You still love me, don't you? We can get back together again.
You must be joking. You're the only one that thinks we still have a chance. I don't know whether you do actually still have any feelings for me, or if you're just saying all this because you want money. But either way, it doesn't change how I feel about you. The second you said you wanted a divorce, I hated you from the bottom of my heart. You chose your money over me. You made that really clear during the divorce. Now, I'm indifferent. I couldn't care less about what happens to you.
Don't say that. That hurts more than being told you hate me. Please, I'm begging you for help. Could you at least have some pity for me? I need your help. We used to be married, remember? We spent 3 years living in the same house. We can forget about everything and start new together.
No thanks. You're the one that asked for a divorce despite the 3 years we spent together, so don't bring it up as a reason to get back together.
Then could you at least lend me some money? That's all I asked for. You said you've got money saved up. You can spare some, can't you? You made that money because of the money I gave you. You owe me. Come on, I don't even have a place to live. I'm begging you, Megan, help me out. I don't have anyone else to turn to.
I don't have any obligation to help you. You won $3 million and you told me that you didn't trust me with your money, saying that I might waste it all on shopping sprees. Only God knows where you got the idea that I would do that. You said you wanted to spend it how you liked and demanded I sign the divorce papers. And you left, taking all your money with you. Well, I'm telling you now that I'm free to spend the money I have however I like, including the money I got as compensation. I don't have a single cent to give you.
Then what am I supposed to do? The reason why you have so much money right now is because of the money I gave you. Don't you feel any gratitude towards me? You could at least give something back as thanks. It's not fair that you're living in a penthouse apartment and have money saved and still have a job. I don't have anything. How can I accept that?
Why should I care whether you accept it or not? You were living in a house filled with designer items and lived the celebrity life for a few months, didn't you? I hear that your new wife was quite beautiful, too. You didn't have to work and spent your days relaxing, sleeping, and eating, I guess. Do you remember what you told me when you left me? You said that you were rich and that you deserved better than a boring old woman like me, even though we're the same age. Even though you would be just as boring without that money. You said that you were going to find someone younger and prettier, someone that would suit your newfound fortune. Did you think I would forget that you said that?
I don't remember saying anything like that at all. But I'm sorry, I really am. I wasn't myself then. I didn't think that at all. I've never thought anything like that. You didn't think I was being serious, did you? Ever since we got divorced, I've been thinking about you. I just want to get back together. I realized after spending a few months living with my other wife that the only one for me was you. I need you, Megan.
Really? You need me? Thanks. I'm so flattered.
Is that all you have to say? I'm begging you here. Just listen to what I have to say, please. Can't you be a little interested just for a minute? I just need $1,000, that's all. I won't ask for any more than that. I'll pay you back. Megan, are you listening to me? If I have $1,000, I can buy lottery tickets again. I'll win a fortune, and I'll be able to give you all the money you want.
You've got to be kidding. I guess it's true that money drives people crazy. You hear a lot in the news about how people spent their winnings on something ridiculous, but I think you've outdone all of them. I've never heard of anyone that had to beg their ex for money to bet their chances on a second win. If you think that's the way out of your problems, then there's no helping you.
What do you mean there's no helping me? You can help me. I just need money. We can fix everything if we get back together and help each other through this. I want to start over with you. I love you. Don't you love me back? Don't you feel sorry for me?
You don't love me. You just love that I have something you don't. My money. And I don't need anything to be fixed. My life is great as it is now. It's not perfect yet, but you're not the one that will make it perfect. You need to learn to fix your behavior and fix your problems yourself. Don't bother me anymore.
I do love you. I only have you. Give me back my money.
It's not yours. I made this money because of the decisions I made. You lost yours because of the decisions you didn't think through. Don't ever message or call me ever again. You asshole. Let me give you the same parting gift you gave me. I deserve better than a boring old man like you. I'm going to find someone that loves me and live happily ever after without you. I'll be blocking your number, so don't try and contact me. Goodbye. After that, Megan blocked Carl's number and blocked him on all of the social networking they were connected on. Megan was able to forget about Carl pretty easily and was enjoying her peaceful life without him. She was living her ideal life, focusing on her career and coming home to the apartment she had taken care to furnish with things she loved. Carl, however, had used up what remained of his savings and still couldn't pass an interview because of his obvious lack of work ethic. He didn't change his attitude and blamed the interviewers for not passing him. As a result, he started borrowing money from loan sharks, and with that money, he began gambling at his nearest casino. Of course, it wasn't that easy to make a fortune, and the gambling only made his debt bigger and bigger. He was digging his own grave, but he still didn't change his attitude. After realizing how big his debt had gotten, he became desperate. But instead of trying for another job interview, he tried to steal money from a convenience store and was caught by the police. Megan found out about Carl's arrest on the morning news, but was too indifferent to care. She only remarked that money really does drive people crazy, and went on about her day as she usually would. Carl was just another stranger to her now.
Hello, I was wondering if this is the correct number for customer service?
Yes, this is Customer Service Center. How may I help you today?
Well, I'd like to report an incident that happened to me. I walked into one of your hotels and was assaulted by one of your employees, and I just want to say that that behavior is completely unacceptable.
One of our employees assaulted you? I see. Would you mind telling me a bit more about this incident so that I can begin to make a report about it?
Well, it was really windy and rainy outside, and it was getting way too dangerous to drive, so anyway, I pulled over and walked to the hotel and ran inside for some cover. And then someone calling themselves the manager ran up to me and told me that I didn't belong in the hotel and called me poor. He ran right up to me and hit me in the face and threw me out into the pouring rain.
I see. I was wondering what this might have been about, but now I see that you're just that no-good poor person from earlier.
Wait a second, are you the manager that hit me?
I am. Although I'm currently sitting in for the person that is usually manning the customer service hotline. But to think that I would happen to be working here when a deluded madman such as yourself would try to contact us? Are you an escapee from a mental hospital or something? Do I need to call your handler?
Excuse me? What is the matter with you? What makes you think that you can talk to me this way?
Listen here, you little street urchin. Why don't you learn some respect and call me by my name? Or did you not read it before I kicked you out? Well, allow me to jog your memory. The name is Tim. Although I suppose I can't really ask a poor person to even take notice of something like a name tag. You've probably never been in a place nice enough to use them.
Are you really the manager for this hotel? You have got some nerve talking to your customers this way, you know that? What's the matter with you?
Well, if you were a real customer, I would never ever take this sort of tone with you. But you're not a customer. You're just a dirty little squatter looking for handouts. I don't owe you any kind of special treatment.
Look, I don't care what kind of a person you are when you're not working, but the point is that I was someone who just walked into your hotel. Why wasn't I shown the same level of respect that anyone else was just walking into your hotel?
Do you think that we live by the customer as always right here? Our clientele is exclusively made up of rich and famous. It's not just anyone that can come in here and claim to be a customer. In fact, even to work here, you have to go through a grueling training process. And I manage all of these employees, which makes me the best of them. So don't go trying to claim the right to any kind of treatment that you're not even close to deserving. All you are is trash. Trash that deserve to be swept away in that wind and rain. If you want to go looking for handouts, there are plenty of other suckers that might fall for your tricks. But I know that I couldn't have you defiling my hotel, and that's why I kicked you out. In fact, I should call the police on you and have them arrest you for trespassing.
I really can't believe what you're telling me. Are you seriously the manager of this hotel? I find it very hard to believe that the hotel would give a job like that to someone like you.
Well, quite frankly, I don't give a damn about what some poor little peasant thinks about me. The matter of the fact is that the job is mine, and I can do whatever I want.
Hey, Ralph, are you there? I was just wondering if you had a minute to talk really quick.
Oh, hey, big bro. Yeah, I can talk right now. What's on your mind, Neil?
I actually just wanted to know about how your stay at the hotel is going.
Aren't you on vacation with your family right now? You know that you can take a break from checking in on everyone all the time. You never take a break from work, do you?
I know, but with all this stormy weather, I just couldn't help but worry. Thankfully, where we all are, there's not a lot of rain, and so we didn't get hit that hard. What about you?
Well, it was pretty windy and rainy here, but that's about it, thankfully. Nothing too crazy happened. Well, nothing too crazy with the weather, anyway. Checking in at the hotel was interesting.
Interesting? What do you mean by that? Did something happen?
Well, I was on my way to the hotel, and I had to pull over and walk to the hotel because the rain was so bad. By the time I finally got there, I was completely soaking wet. And anyways, the manager saw me in that state and hit me in the face and threw me out.
Wait, one of the staff members there hit you in the face? Are you serious?
I was so shocked. I'd never had anything like that happen to me before. But I guess since I was so wet, this guy might have thought that I wasn't a customer and was just trying to get out of the rain. He called me a dirty, poor person and said that I wasn't welcome there and then hit me. I know I probably shouldn't have gone inside when I was so wet, but what other choice did I have when the weather was like that?
That's no excuse at all. You were just trying to get out of the rain for a little bit. Did you catch the name of the person who did that to you?
It was Tim something or other.
Tim. Huh.
I hope I'm not asking too much of you, but the whole experience was really upsetting, and I was wondering if I could ask you to handle it.
Are you sure you want it to be me?
I think that it would be better if you handled this. After all, you are the area manager for the hotel chain, right? Wouldn't this fall under your jurisdiction?
You're right. I'll get right on that.
Thanks a lot, and I'm so sorry to dump all this on you so suddenly.
You don't have anything to apologize for. This is the least I can do for all that you've done for me. Tim, just what the heck do you think you're doing over there, huh?
Neil, what's this all about? Is this to do with work? I thought you were on vacation with your family, right?
Why am I hearing that you hit someone in our hotel who was just trying to stay out of the rain? What were you thinking doing something like that?
Hold on a second. This is some kind of mistake. I did hit someone and throw them out of the hotel, but it was only because I was sure they were some kind of thief using the rain as an excuse to sneak in.
You thought you were hitting a thief?
That's right. He was using the storm outside as an excuse so that he could hang around our hotel, and when we let our guard down, he was going to rob us. I couldn't expose the other customers to that risk, so I had no choice but to get him out of the hotel.
And you thought that was a good reason to hit this man as well?
It was the only thing that I could think of to get him out of the hotel quickly. I couldn't just let him hang around forever. He forced me to do that to him. I wasn't just going to stand there and let this shabby person ruin the reputation of our luxury hotel. It would have harmed our business. I was only protecting the hotel, I swear. I don't understand why you're mad when I did this for the business.
So you not only admit to hitting this person, but you're also trying to justify it, huh? If I understand correctly, you don't have any intention of apologizing for what you've done, but nonetheless, I'll give you one more chance to admit your wrongdoing.
I'm sorry. I'm still really confused. What do I even have to apologize for? All I was doing was my job as the manager to make sure that the hotel was running smoothly. If anything, I don't understand why I should have to explain myself to you.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I mean that you're supposed to be this area's manager, but you're totally useless. You weren't there and you don't know what happens. So who are you to tell me what to do? If I had your job, I would be doing it 1,000 times better than you are. In fact, I was in line to have your job until you swooped in out of nowhere and took it from me. Do you have any idea how long I've been stuck as the manager of this hotel? When I heard that you were taking my job, I did some looking into you and found out all about how you used to work for a conglomerate that owns this chain of hotels. You've been a manager for all kinds of business and even other hotel chains, right?
How did you find all that out? I was sure that I made it so what I did in the past would be hidden from anyone working under me.
There you go. This is just another reason why you're a terrible manager. You don't know what's going on at any of the other hotels, and yet you have the nerve to try and tell me how to do my job? I can't believe that. I have to work under the person who stole my promotion and can't even do his job right. You just get this job because of who you know, not your abilities. I have a much longer and more impressive resume than you. I should have your job. It isn't fair.
Okay, you seriously need to chill out. Don't you ever get sick of making excuses for yourself? You still have your job because I thought that you could handle the responsibilities that came with it. But I see now that I was wrong about that. I won't lie that I've had my eye on this job for a while now. And since I haven't been officially given the position, I decided to hide my past.
I knew it. I almost didn't believe it when I read that you were related to the CEO. But now I know it's true.
So you've even looked into my family, huh? Well, then I guess you really do know everything that I tried to hide. But either way, that still isn't an excuse for the assault that you carried out on a customer. And as your supervisor, I won't just ignore the fact that you did that. And your punishment is going to be appropriate for what you did. You can count on that.
Oh, I'm so scared. Please, what can you even do to me? You're going to punish me for chasing a non-guest off the property? Good luck getting management to go along with that.
You don't get to decide who is and isn't a customer the moment they walk through the door.
This just proves that you really have no idea what it's like inside the hotels. If I see some soaking, wet, poor person come in, I know right then and there that they don't belong. They don't have enough money for one night in one of our hotels, so why waste our time with them? That's why I called that man what he is, poor, and I threw him back out into the rain. I know all about how this business works, and I'm not going to be talked down to by someone who got where they are by who they know, and not what they can do. And besides, I already erased the security footage of what I did, so there's not even any proof.
I can't believe you would do something like that.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it now.
But you did all that to the CEO, the one who said you found out that I was related to. The person who you hit and threw out of the hotel was my little brother, and he also owns the conglomerate that owns our hotel. That's the person you called a poor thief. Oh man, you're so stupid.
You really expect me to believe that someone looking like that was the owner of the hotel? Why the heck would the owner be coming to the hotel in the middle of a storm anyways? Huh? I've never heard of the big boss ever making a trip to a place like this.
Well, he just happened to be in the area and wanted to check in on the state of the hotel himself. He knows how busy this time of year can be for us. So instead of making a phone call, he wanted to go out and do some of the work himself. Maybe you'd recognize him if he was wearing a suit. But he dressed up quite casually and didn't look like hotel staff or an owner. But that was the man that you kicked out into the storm. In fact, the area where the hotel is was slated for much worse weather, but the path changed around the time you kicked my brother out. Thanks to you, though, he could have been seriously hurt if the storm hadn't moved.
This is all just a lie. You're just trying to scare me right now, aren't you?
Why would I lie about this? Everything I've said has been the truth. My little brother's name is Ralph Erickson. I'm sure if you Google him, you'll recognize his face.
I don't know what to say right now.
I take it that you took my advice and looked up my brother?
I did. His face and name matched that of the CEO on our webpage. Except on our webpage, he's in a suit, and his hair looks much nicer. But his face was the same as the guy who I kicked out of the hotel. There's no way this is all just a coincidence either. But I don't get it. If he's your little brother, then why aren't you the owner of the hotel and stuff? You're just another worker like me.
That's right, but it's only because I didn't want to be in charge of everything. I was in line to take over everything, but it never sat right with me, and Ralph seemed much better suited to it. So we talked to my parents, and they agreed to let Ralph take over the company instead.
So then, you two are the sons of the old CEO?
I thought you looked into who my family was. But anyways, I guess now you understand why I tried so hard to hide who I was. Although I will admit that this area manager job was compensation for the CEO position that I turned down. So while my brother works at HQ and handles the bigger picture stuff, I prefer much more to manage closer to the ground.
But I still don't understand it. Our HQ is in New York. What was your brother doing all the way out here?
He actually just happened to be out here on a business trip for another company he runs when he heard about the storm. He messaged me and said that he was going to examine your hotel himself. But he got caught in the storm without an umbrella, and I guess his car must have broken down. So he had to get out and walk all the way to your hotel, and, well, you know the rest of the story, I assume.
Mr. Erickson, I would like to sincerely apologize for my behavior earlier. I had no idea that you were the owner of this establishment. You should have said something to me. Had you done so, I would have shown you to the penthouse suite right away.
Well, it seems like someone's attitude has gone through quite a shift. Although it's obvious that you're only acting this way because you found out that I'm the owner of your hotel. I must say though, your style of management is quite unorthodox.
I really do want to apologize again. I genuinely thought that you were some kind of stranger trying to sneak their way inside.
I see, and do you physically assault all people who come into the hotel if you think they might not be guests? Because this is the first time I've ever gone through something like this. In fact, I would say that you're guilty of assault and should be punished, don't you think?
Please don't punish me. I really am sorry. I really was just thinking about the good of the hotel and was only trying to protect its image.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I understand that my brother has already given you plenty of chances to make up for this, no? He was the one that I went to ask him to handle your case. As I'm sure you're aware, I don't directly oversee the hotels that I own. He even came to me asking me to move ahead with any kind of punishments for you. Although here you are messaging me and only giving me excuses for what you've done. Well, if you thought that was going to be enough to sway me, you're quite wrong, I'm afraid.
Please, it was just an honest mistake. You're not going to punish me for that, are you?
You really don't realize the seriousness of what you've done, do you? A manager of a hotel assaulted someone who walked through their doors just because he thought they looked poor. How can I entrust the management of one of my businesses to someone who acts so rashly and carelessly? I'm sorry, but I've made up my mind and I will have to punish you for this. I can't allow this to happen for a second time. You should have thought about the possible consequences of your actions before you did what you did to me. But thanks to you, I've learned that I have to be much more careful about who my company hires as managers.
No, please don't do this to me. I really am sorry. You have to forgive me. Neil, are you there? Please, you have to get me in touch with your brother. He stopped responding to my messages. I have a really bad feeling that I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Please, you have to help me.
Hello, Tim. I was wondering if you would stop bothering my brother with all your messages. He's very busy having to step in and take over the management of the hotel for you, and he doesn't have time to deal with your griping.
Mr. Erickson, thank goodness it's you. Please, you have to forgive me. I'm so sorry for everything. But I won't be able to make a living at this rate. I promise to never do anything like I did again. If you just please forgive me.
Well, if you're really serious, I guess I could stop your work suspension.
You mean it? You do that for me?
I will, but you're just gonna get arrested anyway.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean? Did you really think that you were gonna get away with what you did to me? You said that you'll never do anything like you did to me again, but I don't think that you've really done enough thinking about your actions. I mean, you've said some horrible things, you were violent, and now it's clear that you were just worried about saving your own skin. I really don't think that you're a good fit with the company that I'm trying to foster. That's why I felt like I had no choice but to go to the police and report what you did to me. I asked them to check the security footage for proof of it.
You asked them to look at the security footage? But I already told you I erased all of it.
Oh, that's right. Well then, I guess it's a good thing that a few months ago I arranged to have a security footage from all the companies sent to a storage facility. I suppose that I can just invite the police over to headquarters to see that footage then. I won't have any trouble being given access to it since I am in charge after all. Also, do you happen to know just how many cameras there are operating in your hotel?
I think there are like 15. I know a few of them are dummies, and I'm not sure which are the real ones.
Well, that guess was pretty close. Before I changed the system, now they've all been made real and I've increased the number in use. Although for some reason the video data coming into my backup hard drives doesn't quite match how many cameras there actually should be. I was really confused until I checked on some of the footage that we did have, and happened to catch you taking down the ones that should have been newly put up. I'm assuming that you're selling them online or something, thinking that HQ would pay for everything, but you did it right in front of a live camera.
But I thought that one was a dummy.
Well, they were all real by the time, so you thought to try and steal them. So not only did you assault me, but you also stole from me.
Okay. I'm really sorry for everything. I'll even return money. Just please don't bring the cops into this.
It's way too late to apologize for all that now. After that, Tim was arrested and charged with assault and theft. He was fired and left with barely a penny to his name by the time all was said and done. I have no idea where he is now or what he's doing. As for my brother, the company ended up finding out who he really was. But the staff had been so pleased with his job as manager that nobody really minded at all. As for me, I had to let my wounds recover and didn't show my face in public for a while. Tim really did have a strong right hook. Plus, I figured that it was better not to make myself too known in the midst of all. After that, I took it upon myself to hire a new manager from the hotel that Tim was fired from. It turns out that in the interim time that my brother had taken over for Tim during his suspension, he had become extremely popular among the staff, and came to grow fond of them himself. When he heard that I was doing interviews for the job, he put his hat in. I asked if he was sure, and he responded that if possible, he'd like to remain the regional manager and directly manage that hotel, as well, since he had grown so fond of it since starting there.
James, where are you right now? You're done with work already, right? It's already past your regular work hours. Did something happen?
I'm sorry to worry you. Everything's fine, no worries. I just have more work to be done today. I'll be home after I finish this. Maybe about an hour or so.
What? Another hour? Why? What's taking you so long?
What do you mean, why? There's urgent work that needs to be done before tomorrow. I'll just finish this and I'll head straight home.
Why would you do such a thing? What are you going to do with dinner?
I'll be done after about an hour. But if you're starving already, just go ahead and eat before me.
Eat before you? What do you expect me to eat? There's nothing edible I can eat for dinner. And you call yourself engaged to me? Are you seriously thinking we can get married in this state?
What's wrong? What are you talking about? What do you mean by not being able to get married in this state?
First of all, you don't cook dinner. I can't eat dinner because there's nothing else to eat. Also, we are going to become husband and wife soon. I can't believe we're going to eat separately. This is unbelievable. Couples don't eat separately. Families don't eat separately, too.
I'm sorry about that. I'll try to go home as early as I can. I just told you that if you're starving already, you can eat ahead of me. Because I felt bad to make you wait. That's just what I wanted to say to you.
That's not what you're thinking of me means.
What are you saying?
All I want is to eat together with you. You don't understand me at all, James.
You're right, Alyssa. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, you know what? I just noticed that you didn't clean the bathroom.
I think I forgot to clean the bathroom yesterday. I'm sorry about that, too.
Are you fine with that? You're not bothered at all? That the bathroom is not clean? You think you can become a husband with that kind of behavior? You've been slacking off ever since we got engaged. How can I expect you to be a good father to our future children?
I'm sorry. I'll apologize for that, but why is it that I have to do all the chores at home?
Huh? What are you complaining about? That's a given, you know. My father used to do all the chores at home. My mother was also working, so Dad did most of the chores at home. That's why you need to do the same too, James. Just like my father used to.
But haven't you been helping me with household chores before we got engaged?
That's right, before we got engaged. But after our engagement, we live together, so things will be different from now on. I will be managing your payroll, and you will do all the chores at home from now on. If you won't do that, I can't marry you.
What? You won't marry me if I don't do all the chores? But I work too, you know. What kind of twisted thinking is that? So, are you saying that the reason why you helped with the household chores is it because we weren't living together?
That's right. Now you're starting to understand me. Now that we're living together, we can see what we'll be like when we get married, right? That's why I thought that. I might want you to become aware of these things. If you're going to be my husband, you need to become aware of your role as a husband. These things I told you about are common sense.
But you know what, Alyssa? We're different from your parents. We're not your parents. I think it would be better for us if we find our way of doing things. Don't you think so too?
What do you mean by that? I don't get where you're going at all.
There are more times when I arrive home later than you, and so I won't be able to cook dinner for us all the time. We can make it work by being more flexible with our thinking, How about the one who comes home first cooks dinner? If we don't do it like that, I think it will be difficult for me to cook all the time.
Are you telling me to do the household chores as well? When I'm also working just like you are? How could you ask me to do that? That's too much of you to ask from me.
Too much? What do you mean, too much?
My dad never asked my mom to do the chores at home. Not even once. You're unbelievable, James. Do you seriously want to marry me with that attitude?
Of course I want to marry you. That's the whole point of proposing to you. But frankly speaking, to do all the chores by myself without help from you is impossible. It's only been a week since we started living together, but never have I expected you to not do anything at all. That's why I'm starting to feel tired now.
How awful of you to say that! I never expected you to say such a horrible thing.
Also, if that's what you wanted to do all along, I wish you told me about it before we lived together. I wanted to discuss it with you and decide together too as a couple. But the moment we started living in together, you told me to do everything because you don't want to do house chores. Since you told me that after we started living together, I was of course shocked by that. It's just a normal reaction for someone to be surprised by something bad.
Ugh, James, you really are the worst.
What? Why do you think so?
Never would I have ever thought that you're that kind of man. What do you mean? Because by refusing to do the chores at home, you're implying that household chores are what women do. I never thought that's how you think of women as. You're too horrible. I feel like you've betrayed me.
What are you saying? Do you even hear yourself? I'm sorry, I don't understand you at all.
You're busy at work, so you're telling me to do the chores at home.
That's not it. You're not understanding me. What I was trying to tell you is that we need to cooperate to make this thing work.
My dad never said that to my mom because he respected my mom's work.
But aren't your parents divorced?
Why would you say that? That's irrelevant from what we're talking about right now.
You're right. I'm sorry about that.
If you won't understand me, we'll break off our engagement.
What? You're breaking off our engagement for this minor reason?
That's right. But it's not a minor reason, and it means a lot to me.
Our wedding is next month, you know.
That's right. That's why we would be troubling a lot of people. I'm going to demand alimony too from you, you know. So brace yourself.
Are you seriously saying that? Are saying that if I don't agree to do all the household chores for the rest of my life, you're going to break off our engagement?
That's right. You heard me correctly. If you don't promise to do that, I'll be calling our wedding off and you won't be able to marry me. You don't get paid much and you don't look that good. but I chose you because you look like you're going to help me with household chores. If this is the case, I should have been better off marrying my ex-boyfriend.
So you didn't choose me for me, nor because you were attracted to me. You chose me based on whether I will do chores or not after we get married.
Of course that's a given. It's common sense. Did you think that you have good qualities, other than good at cooking and a good homemaker? I'm sorry to hit you with the truth, but you're not attractive at all. Other than those qualities I've mentioned earlier, the only reason why I agreed to marry you was because you looked like you would do the chores at home after we got married. No other reasons at all whatsoever.
You really are quite frank, aren't you?
That's why, if you can't do everything I said, I won't marry you. You should pay alimony and break off our engagement.
Understood, just as you said.
I'm glad to hear that you understand me. Come home as early as you can, okay? Of course, you should prioritize home instead of work, okay? My dad used to come home on time every night, so...
No, what I meant by understood is, I understood that we will break off our engagement.
Huh? What are you saying? That joke is not funny at all.
That's because it's not a joke.
What do you mean it's not a joke?
The house is under my name, so will you please leave the house? You still have some things left in the previous house, so it's not yet being cancelled, right? Because you said that you'll leave it that way until we get married. You'll probably be able to go back to that house now, right? I don't think it's too late yet.
Wait a minute. I don't follow what you're saying. What do you mean? Are you trying to kick me out?
If you want to stay in our current house, you can change it to your name. Because I will leave instead. But I was the one who covered all the expenses for moving in, and if you want to live there, Alyssa, then I would be glad if you would cover my expenses moving out. Because I will have to look for a different place, you know?
Are you saying that? Does that mean you're going to cancel our wedding?
I think that's for the best. Let me tell you frankly, I can't become like your father, Alyssa. I wanted us to search our path and live our own lives by our terms, but now that I heard the only reason why you agreed to marry me, I don't think we'll become happy even if we get married.
I might have said too much, but how horrible of you to break off our engagement instantaneously.
You're the one who asked for it, didn't you? You forced me to choose whether to do all the chores at home despite having a full-time job, or to break off our engagement and go our separate ways. You said that earlier, remember? I love you, Alyssa. I didn't want to break up with you, but I can't do this anymore. I don't feel like we can be a couple anymore. Also, I won't pay alimony to you. It's a problem we both have. So I want you to pay for half of the cancellation fee for the wedding ceremony.
What? Cancel the wedding? Are you seriously asking me to pay for the cancellation?
We won't be getting married, so of course we're not going to have a wedding ceremony. I mean, I paid for all the expenses for the wedding ceremony, so you should pay half of the cancellation fee to me.
Wait a minute. Everything is happening so fast. I can't keep up with it.
There's one more thing I wanted to tell you. You took my bank's cash card and credit card from my wallet, didn't you?
Huh? Well, I did take it, but it was only because I need to manage our finances. So I thought it's just normal to do that.
Stuff like that? Don't you think it's normal to ask me first?
But I didn't think of using it for my own, so...
I wasn't done. Don't cut me off like that. I was out to meet a client outside the office and I couldn't make the payment, so I ended up having to go back and forth. That's why I'm working overtime. I even inconvenienced my clients thanks to your doing.
I didn't know that.
I can't live peacefully with someone who does things like that without asking me first. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to leave the house? Or are you going to pay for my expenses moving out and stay there yourself.
I want to get married! I already told everyone that I'm getting married, and I'm thinking of resigning next month. So I was preparing for that, but...
What did you just say? I haven't heard about that too. So, does that mean that you're going to become a housewife, manage my money, and make me do all the chores at home?
If you say it like that, it might sound like that, but I also have things to do, you know? Like preparing to welcome a baby when I get pregnant, and stuff like that.
You decide everything too much without consulting me. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have broken off the engagement. I will contact your parents and tell them the news and why we've come to this decision.
What are you planning to tell them? Are you seriously going to do that?
Of course I will. I don't know yet if I will be able to demand it in the form of alimony, but as for the cancellation fee for the wedding ceremony, I will definitely ask you to cover half of it. But I'm actually glad that I found this out before we got married.
I want to get married! Please, James!
If you want to find someone willing to do the chores for you, then you should strive to become rich and hire someone to do the household chores for you. That would make things easier, I think. Stop forcing your ideals on others. If you're planning on quitting your job when you get married, and if you don't even plan on doing the household chores, I feel really relieved that I didn't marry you. Anyway, leave immediately, okay?
After that, Alyssa tried to contact James several times, but James didn't take any of her calls, nor replied to any of her messages. James reported to Alyssa's parents what their daughter has done, and explained everything that happened. Rumors say that Alyssa's mother apologized to James, that she might have failed in raising her daughter. Alyssa ended up quitting her job. As the cancellation fee for the wedding, Alyssa borrowed money from her parents and was somehow able to pay James. Rumors also say that she went back to her hometown and started looking for work there. After that, she attempted to look for a partner, but with her age being 35 years old and her demands of making the man do the household chores, she didn't get matched to anyone at all. If your ambitions are too high, higher than what you deserve, I guess you won't end up happy.
It's not time for you to be leaving yet.
Well, I've finished up all my work for the day. So what's wrong with me heading out of the office early and going out for my evening? I have plans to go meet with a friend of mine out on the town and everything. Do you want to complain about it or something, Rob?
I don't believe that you are finished with all your work quite yet, though. You've just gone and forced all the other coworkers to take your tasks from you. And because of that, a lot of them are thinking that they'll have to stay late again and put in more overtime.
Oh, are you going to try and preach to me about things this time?
No. This isn't me preaching to you about anything, actually. It's just that, well, you have everyone pretty upset over the fact that you're never actually doing any of your own work.
I see. So everyone is going ahead and talking behind my back about me now? That's a little bit of a shock to me, considering I thought all of us were just so close to one another here. I think I'm going to have to bring this up with my dad now. I'll let him know that I'm being picked on by everyone in this whole department.
No, you really don't have to tell your dad about any of this. We are not trying to pick on you in any way. Rather, it seems to be the opposite way around here. None of us are wanting to do anything to make you feel bad in any way. We just have some concerns about you, is all.
So you're telling me that people are not actually talking about me poorly behind my back?
Nobody is talking about you at all in that way, to be fair. None of us have ever been doing that, because we all know to come talk directly to you if we have serious problems. However, I think that time has started to come, hence me talking with you about it right now. You always seem to want to show up to the office whenever you want, and then go home whenever you want. And while in the office, you'll have everyone else in this department do your work for you, as you sit there at your desk looking at your phone. We are not saying rumors or anything like that behind your back, because we are all way too busy to do so, with all your work being left behind.
Oh? So that's how all of you have thought of me this whole time? Well, to spare everyone else the might of my father, I'll only be telling him that you have been saying bad things about me in the office. I'm sure that my dad will become very upset by something like that. He might even have you fired soon.
I have not been saying anything bad about you, though. I'm just telling you what all of us think about you, and everything has been true thus far. I just want you to know that it'd be best if you started to do your own work from now on, and act a little more serious about your job here.
What? Now you're mad at me? Oh, I'm so scared. I've gone ahead and screenshotted all of these messages you've been sending to me, so you'd better start packing your things up and get ready to go.
Go right ahead and show him. I'm sure that after seeing how this conversation has gone down, he'll understand things a lot better and act upon them.
You think so? Well then, let's both be prepared then. But just know that it's not me who's going to be fired for this one.
Hey, are you Rob from the General Affairs Department here? Yes, that would be me. And who am I speaking to at the moment? So that must mean you're the one that went out of line and started talking down to the daughter of the executive director. Since you appear to not know a thing about the politics within this company, I'm going to have you moved out to the middle of nowhere to work. Are you really sure about that? I want you out of this office right now! Excuse me, David, but from what she told me, your daughter had shown you those screenshots of the texts that had happened between her and me, correct? She sure did show me! And I'm not letting some kind of complete stranger like you go and preach like that to my daughter all the time! No, if you had seen the conversation we'd had, then you'd know that what your daughter has been up to is not okay. I'm not the kind of man that really likes to preach at all to others about how to do their jobs and such. And that's why this time, I chose to just text her about it, so that it would all be in a much more lighthearted fashion. There is nothing wrong with my daughter! And even if she was causing problems for anyone in the company, you were all to look away from it and mind your own business! What? Did you not hear about how she's been pushing all her work off onto other coworkers, and then leaving the office to go home whenever she pleases? This is not the kind of situation where all of us can just ignore what she's doing. And the worst part of all this is that she doesn't seem to understand that what she's doing is wrong. She's not even willing to own up to it in any way. Stop lying to me! My daughter is a perfect and kind little girl. I've heard enough from you now, so get all your things off your desk and leave this office. I'm going to make you head to that small little office out in the middle of the countryside. You're going to have me move to another office all because of this? I think you are best to start thinking with your head on straight, David. The only reason your daughter was even hired into this company is because she's related to you. And now she's going around threatening other coworkers with being fired by her dad. As a working adult, does that not make you or her embarrassed by you guys' actions at all? You. Did you know that recently this company has been experiencing a lot of theft of materials from within its offices? I know about that. I was the one that started to make those posters all over the building, warning people to be more careful with their things to avoid them being taken. The man behind all that theft, it's you, right? Huh? What are you even talking about? That's the reason I'm having you moved out to that smaller office in the middle of nowhere, and your pay cut. I'm going to tell the company president that right now. I'm not going to tell him a thing about how you went against me and started to make nasty comments towards my daughter, and then preach to her about her job. Do you even have evidence of me stealing things from this office? Well, I do happen to have some evidence, actually. I had a camera placed in the break room, where I was able to see every corner of it from. And I just happened to catch loads of videos of you taking things that are not yours! You put up a camera in the break room? You do realize that the break rooms are separated between genders for a reason, right? There are shower rooms and everything in there, so that could be a huge problem for you, having put up a camera in there to watch over everyone. But anyway, I have not been the one doing any of that stealing. Could you show me those videos that you've recorded of me? No way! There happen to be things of it of other employees in this company, and I'd like to keep all that private, of course. So I'm having the videos edited right now to remove all the people who have nothing to do with your crimes. But just know that you are in all of the videos, clearly. I know for a fact, because I remember every instance of you stealing things. Haha. This is my first time ever running into someone as awful as you. Are you not embarrassed by the things you are doing right now? You, even after all of this that I told you about, you still have the drive to want to fight back? You already know you're finished, so all of this fighting from you is useless, and you're making yourself look like even more of an idiot. Go and clean off your desk right now, and then leave this office before this day is over. Understood? Understood. Are you sure you don't want to talk with the company president about all this before I leave? Ha! The company president doesn't need to hear from me about how I'm having some low-level employee like you transferred to a worse office with worse pay. Is that so? Well, alright then. Get out of here, now! It's too bad for you that you had to be born with only half a brain!
Hey, I heard from my dad about everything, you know. He asked for you to get all your things together and get out of the office building. This must have really opened your eyes to reality, right? You are a complete disgrace to this company.
I know. Once I've finished up my work for the day, I'm getting all my things together and leaving.
To be honest, I was hoping he would just fire you on the spot, but my dad is a very nice man, so he let you off the hook by having you move to that crappy and old office building. You should be thankful that he didn't take things any further with you.
If anything, I feel sorry that a company like this had to hire such a man as him. I suppose it was kind of him to only have me move to a different office, out of his sight. I'll enjoy a new place of work now, and hopefully, everyone there is a lot better behaved. I've become tired of having to care for the child that was only hired because of her connection to her dad after all.
Such a pile of crap you are, but since you're going to be moving far away from here, I'll forgive you for that one. Good luck with life out there in the middle of nowhere. I hope your life as a thief can be longer lived over in that office.
I am not a thief, and I haven't been stealing anything from this office.
Right? Lie all you want. You even stole my purse, right?
Huh? What are you trying to bring up this time?
I had my purse stolen by you even. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, actually. I'll let my dad know about that before he leaves the office today.
When did I steal that purse of yours from you?
It doesn't really matter when it happened, right? I saw it with my own eyes, so that's all that matters.
If you saw it with your own 2 eyes, then you tell me the time and place it happened at. If you really happen to see me stealing your purse in person, then you should know what day and time it took place.
It happened this week, on Monday, at 4:30 in the afternoon. At that moment in time, you came over to my desk and took my purse from me while I was standing down the hallway. And that's when I saw you running off with it. I was on my way back from the toilet and everything. You really are the worst kind of man.
4:30 in the afternoon, huh? That's a very particular time for you to be able to remember that happening at.
Well, of course it is. I have a picture as evidence that I took of it happening, and it says the time it was taken in the picture's info. It says it clear as day, so there's no mistaking it now. You're not going to be able to talk your way out of this one, you thief.
A picture, huh? You're going to find that a lie like that won't be getting you very far. But go ahead and do whatever you want.
I'm going to do what I'd like. I hope you find life hard at the other office when everyone there knows you as the corporate thief.
Hey, Rob. Tell me what kind of relationship you have with the company president. Excuse me? Why do you want to hear that from me all of a sudden? Right now, he's running all over the office building after coming back from that overseas trip he took, and he's yelling that he's looking for his grandson. Are you really the grandson of the company president? Well, yes, I am. And what does that have to do with anything? Why did you never tell me about any of that sooner? Well, had I told everyone that I'm the grandson of the company president, everyone in the company would start to treat me way too kindly, right? So I've kept that a secret this whole time, in order to keep balance and equality here. And luckily, our last names are different from one another, so nobody would have even been able to tell. So you really are his grandson! So you really are related to the freaking company president! Well, that's what I'm saying now. Alright! I'd like you to come back to this office building at once and return to your desk! Huh? You don't have to put in any more time over at that crappy office! Come back here and return to your previous job! You should be able to make it back here before lunch, right? What are you going on about right now, David? You told me yourself before I left that place that I was never to leave this smaller office ever again, and that I'd be working here for the rest of my life, right? Well, things have changed drastically! When you say things have changed, is that because I'm the grandson of the company president? I do not want to be treated special because of my connection to him. I like to work with my own strength here, and that means I don't have anything to do with my grandpa. No, that's not what all of this is about. Now just hurry up and get back in here. I do not want this turning into any more of a problem than it already is. I'll go talk with the company president right now and try to calm him down for you. I'm sorry, but I'm not coming back. I happen to have a lot of work that needs to get done over at this office now. You are being a real pain in the butt for me now! Do you have any idea what'll happen if the company president catches on to what's happened? I don't care what happens. You're the executive director, so that's going to be your problem, not mine. But of course, he's going to be pissed with what you've done. He happens to hate when things don't happen according to plan, especially when it has to do with one of the higher-ups in the company. I can see that you think you're all special now! This is your last chance! Are you really sure you don't want to come back to this office and make things right for everyone? Even if I wanted to come back, I can't do it today. I happen to have a lot of work that needs to get done, and I'm not going back until it's all handled. For fuck's sake! David? It appears that you were contacted by the company president. You told him that you had found me to be the one who stole your daughter's purse. And that's why you had me kicked out of that office and moved out here. I did tell him that! Because it's the truth! The fact that you had the nerve to steal my daughter's purse! I even gave you a chance to come back after kicking you out, but you said no to it! So this will all be your fault now! But you didn't have any evidence of me being the one to steal it, right? I don't think that it was the most brilliant idea trying to paint me as the thief, all just to have a reason to kick me out of there. Are you trying to smart-mouth me now? You're a freaking idiot, Rob! Alyssa happened to see you do it with her own eyes, and that's enough evidence for me. Also, with the camera I placed in the men's break room, I was able to catch you on it stealing it, and I know for a fact that's you! Then could you please tell me when it was that I was in the break room, stealing things? You happen to have video evidence of it, correct? That should mean that the time and everything of the incident are on that video recording as well. I have the time. This Monday, at 4:30 in the afternoon. The time of all this happening is in the bottom left corner of the video, so there's no mistaking it now. You went into the break room while everyone else was just leaving to get back to work, and you started sifting through people's bags and jackets. You thought that was the perfect chance to get away with it all, right? I see. Then this means that at 4:30 in the Monday of this week, I was in the men's break room, right? There are no mistakes with any of that information, right? Right. That's all correct. No mistakes. I can show you the timestamp and everything on the video recording later if you want. But it seems that your plan to steal everyone's things was never going to work out for you, huh? If you really want to think that this video is edited in some way, to make you look as though you stole those things, remember that I was in the group of men walking out of here, and I did not see you leaving the break room. So you were definitely behind all of this. I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but did you talk with Alyssa at all about the time that video recording of me stealing things from the break room took place? Huh? Why are you asking me that? Well, it just seems to me that there's something not quite right with all of this. From what Alyssa was telling me about me stealing her purse, she said it took place at 4:30 in the afternoon, on Monday. That's apparently when I went to her desk and stole her purse. Huh? And if you think that I'm mistaken, She told me she took a picture of me stealing her purse and all, and the time on it says 4:30. But even with that detail, you are telling me that at that time, I was in the men's break room stealing from them? How was I in two completely different parts of the office building at the same time? What? Wait a moment. I'm going to have a talk with her. Sure, go right ahead. Hey, Alyssa! Why did you not explain things to Rob like we had both discussed? I told you that at 4:30, I'd be saying he was in the men's break room stealing things, right?
Huh? No, I thought that we agreed that at that time he was going to be in my office stealing my purse off my desk.
I never agreed to you saying he was stealing your purse at that time!
This is your fault this time, Dad. Why are you going to try and blame me for you not telling him the right times we'd planned on? You were the one that messed up this time. You told me that we'd be able to do all of this easily and make him look like the thief so that we could get him out of this office without being caught.
And that's still the plan. I've been trying to help you get rid of him by painting him as the thief.
You are not helping me out, though. You totally forgot about the times we had agreed on.
But I explained to you before about how I have him recorded on the camera I placed in the men's break room and everything, right?
I never heard about all that from you. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? The only time we weren't going to have an alibi from the other members of this department was during the time I was with Rob, right? And that all took place at 4:30, so you were supposed to give a time besides that. Now, when they're questioning me on why he was in two different locations at 4:30, they're going to find a hole in our lies and blame me.
You'll be alright. They haven't started looking for anyone just yet who is behind this. And they haven't even began asking for all the evidence we have. Now, for the time being, leave all of this up to me. And just stand by and wait for me to be finished with it. Okay?
Huh? Are you trying to say that I'm getting in your way now?
Well, wait, that's not what I said!
Telling your own daughter to sit one out while you go and handle everything alone is the worst. Whatever, I don't care what happens to you now.
Alyssa!
Hey, you happen to be the grandson of the company president, right? I don't happen to have the phone number of the company president on me, so I'm going to tell you this so that you can tell him. The man that's been behind all of the theft within the company is my dad, David.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
I just told you what I mean. The man that's been going around stealing everything here is the executive director, my dad.
But you were saying before that you saw me with your own eyes, stealing your purse out of your office, right? You're starting to contradict what you've said before now.
I happened to make a mistake then. You and my dad happen to look very similar after all. Anyway, I want you to tell the company president everything I just said to you. Understood?
I do not want to become involved in whatever fight you're having with your father at the moment. And really, you don't have to worry about what's been going on in the company anymore. Because the two of you will be getting fired here shortly. So maybe it's best you both just forget about whatever plan you made to have a reason for me being kicked out of that office. And just make up.
Huh? Why do I have to be fired as well?
Well, that's because you've been the one going around the office building stealing people's things from them.
Huh?
Let me tell you right now. Everyone here has seen you stealing things off their desks and out of their bags. That's why during these past few days, I've been going around gathering evidence of it and making an investigation. You did know that there are security cameras all over the office building's interior, right? Besides the break rooms, of course.
Security cameras? There are security cameras all over this office building's interior?
Yes, of course. And your father, the one who is the executive director for that office building, should have been aware of that as well. And well, on multiple of those cameras, we have video evidence of you stealing. And of course, the company president has watched through all of the recordings.
Lies. These are lies, right?
None of this is a lie. You're most likely going to be sued by multiple different people for this now. So I suggest you find yourself a really good lawyer. But if you don't want that, then maybe you need to start giving everything you've stolen back to the victims.
Well, it's not a problem for me. I still have my dad around to help me out of this.
Interesting. You were just going on about how he's been the one behind all of this. And now you want his help defending you?
My dad is a very kind man, so he'll forgive me for this. What? He's not answering his phone. What's going on here?
Did he go ahead and send you straight to voicemail or something? I'm sorry, but the company president has already gone and dealt with your father.
What do you mean? Then what am I going to do about this?
Well, now that your father, whose position you abused, is no longer around, there's nothing you can do. I think the first thing you can try doing is going up to everyone you stole from and try apologizing to them.
Shut up. I'm going to go and find my dad right now.
Rob, I'm so sorry about so many things. Out of my own selfish anger, I had you relocated to another office building and your pay reduced. And I also tried to paint you as the thief. That's right. And these apologies from you are well deserved. But being moved to another office building isn't that much of a problem for me. Everyone that's working out at this location are very nice people. And they've all been teaching me all sorts of things that even I never knew about the company. And the best part of all out here is there is nobody like your daughter here who is brought into the company because they're family and never get any work done. I can't really say anything to that now. I know that. Now, is that all you have to say? You're not going to ask me to say anything to my grandpa as a way of having him pardon you or anything? No. This was just meant to be me apologizing to you. I'm going to be leaving this company now. And on my way out, I'm going to apologize to every single person here for what I've done. Well, if that's how you're handling things now, then that must mean the company president tortured you pretty well, right? I understand completely now why he was that mad with me. He was not going to take any of my crap from me, and he made that very clear. Just a bit ago, Alyssa ran into the room while he was yelling at me, and after he asked for me to leave his office, I could hear him tearing her a new one from the other side of the door. And when everything went quiet, the door opened, and she walked out looking like a zombie. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. Not even I'm able to picture how upset my grandpa must have been with you both. And I happen to be his family. At home, he's yelled at my mom and dad all the time, but never in a way that zombified them. But of course, I am his grandson, and he'd never ever want to yell at me about anything at home. However, that doesn't mean he wouldn't yell at me like that when I'm one of his employees, and I've screwed up as bad as your daughter and you have. Well, anyway, know that I really am sorry about what happened. I promise that my daughter and I will never show up to this company again. That is a promise. Okay? Alright. Please do that. This company was made by my grandpa, and to me, it's a very important place. And so, having two people as selfish and crazy as you around here will not be tolerated ever again. And I'll make sure of it. Goodbye. After that, both David and his daughter Alyssa were fired from the company and kicked out of the office building. When it came to the money that Alyssa had to pay all of the victims, she never bothered to acknowledge any of it, and asked her father to pay it all instead. But her father had realized he was no longer going to spoil his daughter, and he said no when she came and asked for his help. In the end, she had to end up borrowing a lot of money to pay all the victims, and is now facing a lot of debt that she'll need to pay off somehow. After seeing the company president so angry at them, neither one of them wanted to work corporate anymore, and things between them really started to become distant. David started to seclude himself inside his house for a long time, never coming out to do anything in fear of seeing employees from the company. And Alyssa has started to work during the nighttime, working jobs that most women her age would be too afraid of. The company president went ahead and apologized for never noticing something as bad as what happened going on inside his company, a few days after firing David and Alyssa. He then followed that by saying he'd start to build a much closer and tighter workplace, where everyone could speak up about things without fear of there being a higher-up that would attack them. A few weeks after that, everyone in the office began to notice how much more relaxing work could be when that father and daughter duo were no longer around. My grandpa later asked me if I wanted to come back to the head office and work there again. But after what had happened, everyone there knew I was his grandson, and so I had to say no. I'd much rather work out in the countryside anyway, where people don't know my connections to the company president, and where everyone is just nicer to me. I told my grandpa that I want to work in a place where I'm not treated any better due to my connections, and that I wanted to keep working hard, so that I may one day be in his position as company president.